Hey, this is PoeticWhiz. Here's what I wish to see on the upcoming iPhone 15 series. Hopefully this year, Apple feels more exciting in its product lineup than it's been in these few years, considering it's been 16 years since the iPhone was launched by Steve Jobs. You might have gotten changes across the Apple lineup, yet not much with the iPhone, as we have seen with the other Android smartphones. Here's what I'm hoping to see from Apple this year with the iPhone 15 series. Design. You might have gotten the dynamic island on the iPhone Pro model, yet not on the regular, which is fine in my opinion, since there's no 90Hz or 120Hz on the regular model, as well, which we can see on Android smartphone these days from all price range. Apple might either eventually bring it or we might see in the Pro model. So here's what we could possibly see or might see in both ways. If we get 90 or 120Hz on the Plus model, on the iPhone Plus model this year, there would be a display gap between the iPhone lineup. If not, we might see 90Hz or 120Hz in the entire lineup, which we would possibly see from Apple this year. Talking about the display and my conflict with the dynamic island is, as good of an implementation it is, it's nowhere close to what Samsung has to offer and other smartphone OEM. What I truly mean by this is, 1. The conflict watching content, and while playing games, it almost feels like you're looking at the dynamic island than what you're up to with your iPhone. So 2. This could be subjected based on personal experience. I feel the display it has and the battery it has to offer, they both do not do a great job as to what the iPhone 13 lineup used to offer across the lineup. As we know, the almost all display is not working well enough as it should, even after a few iOS 16 updates we have got so far. 3. This could be just me as to what I have noticed. People are facing connectivity issues on the iPhone. Not entirely sure if this with the iPhone lineup, iPhone 14 lineup, or the other smartphones in general from one generation to other generation had the problem, any sort of problem. The only possible explanation I could give is, as to someone who uses technology and understands technology, the possibility of this issue could be 5G or whatever the other connectivity issues as to what happened with other smartphones. The most common case I could see is the connectivity issue drop while calling someone over a SIM or other wireless network, such as carrier data and Wi-Fi signal. In all of this, it could be the OTT update. Talking about the upcoming iPhone display, really hope Apple does in-house quality check. Since the launch of iPhone 12, the display on the iPhone has not been great as it should. You could probably argue it was the first OLED display across all the iPhone lineup. It is true, yet the reliability, the longevity is nowhere near to what it used to be, even before we had the whole iPhone 4 and 6s issue, which Apple addressed it the following year, making more sustainable. Uncanny cracks and the scratches on the iPhone have rapidly increased in numbers since the iPhone 12, in my opinion. This also includes the green and black screen issues, with the pixel on the iPhone or on other Apple products not matching up to what it felt during the purchase of the Apple product. Battery life. I have been a firm believer when it comes to Apple's battery life and its debates as to how things work with Apple ecosystem, with Apple battery and Apple's practices with it. Here's what you need to understand as an end user. No matter how big or small the battery life is available on your device, they shouldn't be greatly impacted with your day-to-day lifestyle. Let us see to it you do not overdo certain things on your device you are owning. 1. Overcharging your device while using it on charge. 2. Saving the battery life mode when it's necessary. And how long and small your battery life on the smartphone is, see to it you keep at a distance from you, just in case things do not go well. In a layman's term, do not have your device direct on the sunlight while it's in your jeans or formals and casual dressing, since the sunlight heat is not good for your body or for your smartphone. We all have the iPhone battery life has been greatly improved since the launch of iPhone 11 series and how well the iPhone 13 series felt overall. This year we could see the improvement on battery life with the iPhone 15 series, since Apple over the years has been setting itself a bit back, making sure we get the best of both worlds when it comes to hardware and software. This year it's more of hardware improvement and less of software features, since most of what we wish to see, we got it on iOS 15 and 16. So I do have my fair share of features I wish to see on iOS yet. We could expect better battery life improvements across all the iPhone 15 lineup. not just for the iPhone Pro models. I really wish to see the iPhone regular battery life be good as the MacBook Air has to offer. I know it sounds a bit bonkers, yet this is my personal preference over the software side of things. Software, as I said earlier, I do have my fair share of iOS features I wish to see. Here, one thing I would like to thank Apple for not being themselves, rather slowly get to where it was supposed to be with iOS. The features we have seen Apple give us over these 2 years, this is what most of us asked for over the years. Features, dark mode, volume interaction for far better, privacy and security to the whole new level, dictation and AI enhancement, UI and UX change over the years, knowing the community and its foundation on making life of others as well as more closer to life. In other words, a healthier lifestyle being the forefront than just technology and innovation and Apple ecosystem as a company. Here's what we have seen so far from Apple. Here's what I wish to see from Apple next year in terms of features. App lock for individual apps, multi-user device support, and enhanced in dictation and language translate as well other minor improvements across various features from Apple. Hardware. If there's one thing that is hit and miss in my regards with Apple, it is the hardware for me personally, more than the camera feature or the other features Apple provides with each iPhone generation. I firmly believe we cannot change one's perspective or mindset. It can be our own and the masses as we know. What we can do is learn to adapt as time goes on. I do not dwell myself into how good of a feature a smartphone OEM provides, rather how good of a hardware it is in the long term. Let it be in terms of longevity and how sustainable it is. It is with hardware, software, that one can use it for a longer duration since technology is improving as days goes by. Yet, it's far perfect in usability. Apple hardware choices over the years has not been great for me. This I only came to realization when I was using the regular iPhone 11. The phone was all great, yet the hardware was not for me. Some prefer curved, flat and wider display. I just not happen to like the wider display on the iPhone 11 regular. To know more as to what I feel about the iPhone 11 regular, check out this video. As to what I am saying, the wider display was the only drawback with me with the iPhone 11. Rest was great. When the iPhone 13 regular was launched, it was a letdown for me. I have some sort of notion with how the camera layout should feel on a smartphone. For most cases, Samsung is the only brand that understood the smartphone world since their inception. And Apple with the iPhone 13 regular was like make or break, depending on how one sees it. Personally for me, the camera layout on the iPhone 13 was meh. If only the iPhone 12 battery life was good, it would have been the best iPhone after the iPhone 6s for me, in my opinion. Since both the iPhone just did not look great, they also had great features when they launched. My only hope is the hardware on the iPhone 15 series is much more durable enough and can manage minor cracks and scratches. As well, the side rails not heavy and flimsy. Yes, I hope Apple brings the Apple Watch Ultra body to the iPhone Pro model. That way the iPhone Pro model do not feel bulky and heavy enough while holding for a longer duration. The hardware enhancements I wish to see. Have Apple Watch body screen improvements without being fragile. Screen size of 6.4 inch for the iPhone Plus and better overall enhancement in hardware, software and durable enough. USB-C and better connectivity over 5G and Wi-Fi. Here are my final thoughts on what I wish to see on the upcoming iPhone 15 series. We have got a notch on the regular iPhone. Bring back the iPhone 14 mini. Hopefully the iPhone Plus model stays. Yet this time comes in 6.4 inch. Better color option on the iPhone 15 series. Since the color on the iPhone 14 Pro wasn't great. Much needed camera improvement. When I say camera improvements, it is not the number of pixels it has to offer or how good of a portrait and a landscape picture square it feels. Rather the photo color sign should be neutral. Then the colors coming from the iPhone feel haywire. Since the iPhone camera are great, yet the iPhone with the iPhone 14 is not great. Video on the iPhone 14 is far better. I really hope we finally see USB-C on the iPhone soon, as to a godsend have than not have in the first place, since Apple has it on other Apple products. I'm looking forward to the iPhone 15 regular since it has not gotten any major overhaul from Apple. Do let me know in the comment section what you wish to see on the iPhone 15 series lineup. Till then, this is your PoeticWhiz. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Live your dreams.